Hi guys, welcome to your Pilates workout. We are live, it's 1 o'clock, it's Wellbeing Wednesday. I'm just adjusting the mat, excellent, so you can see me. All you need is a mat, some clothes you can move around in today, and maybe some water. Good point, let me just grab my water. And see if you can remove any distractions. So close the door if you can, turn off anything that's going to buzz or vibrate. It's very dark, apologies for that. It's not made much difference, but hopefully you will be able to see me enough to get on with your great Pilates workout today. We're going to start lying down. As always, be kind to your body. So don't do anything that doesn't feel good. If it hurts, stop. But try and make a distinction between discomfort and pain. So if it's painful, it's an absolute no-go. If it's uncomfortable, well, then we might be doing some good and working our muscles in different ways than they used to be working. So we just start by lying down. And as you find your space here, you have time to settle for a moment. You can just mentally commit to your 45-minute Pilates practice. Know that anything that you've been thinking about so far today, anything that's coming up later for you, that can all wait until you're off the mat. Your time now is for Pilates. So maybe just take a couple of breaths, really physically ground yourself into this space. One more nice deep inhale. And nice long exhale. Lovely. From here, bring the arms all the way up above the head and just find a nice full body stretch. Reach the toes away, push the heels away, reach those fingertips away. And then stay where you are, just release the arms to the mat. Grab hold of the thumbs or the fingers and start to walk the hands over to the top right-hand corner of your mat and the feet over to the bottom right corner of the mat. Make a big banana shape with your body. Feel the stretch down the left-hand side. And then inhale, come back to center. Walk the hands over to the left, the feet over to the left. Feeling out that stretch down the right side of the body. Lovely. As you inhale, come all the way back to center. Let the arms come down and hug the knees in towards the chest. Really squeeze your forehead up towards your knees. Give yourselves a nice big hug. Lovely. Now feel your lower back completely connected to the mat here, and we're just going to start to warm up the core. So as you inhale, try and reach the arms and the legs away. Don't drop the head. And as you inhale, come back in. So you can make this as hard or as easy as you like. So you could just release, take the arms back, take the knees to perpendicular, or you can really stretch out through the body, staying nice and low, but keep the lower back connected to the mat. Breathing here, warming up the core, keeping that head lifted. Lovely. We're going to take 10 more here. Getting straight into that core. Lovely. Let's say 6 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Hug everything back in, one final squeeze, and then release the feet to the mat, release the body. If you want to stretch out again, stretch into those abs, into those core muscles, feel free. We are not finished on the core yet. And as you relax, just bring the arms down beside you. There's always going to be plenty of variations, so you can take the option that feels best for you. Flip the palms down so the hands are pushing down into the mat. Bring the knees up parallel to your hips. right angles. Your calves are parallel to the floor. Push the lower back into the mat. Now you can keep your head down, or you can make it a little harder by just lifting the head. Try and keep the shoulders and the neck relaxed. And then from here, we toe tap. We're just going to toe tap. Excellent. And don't worry, we're going to take variations that kind of increase the muscles that we're working. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Keep the knees and legs where they are. Just reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as we extend one leg away, we're going to reach the opposite arm away. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely. Move with that breath. Keep the lower back connected to the mat. Lovely. Stay strong. We're going to do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Release back down to the mat and maybe give yourselves a nice stretch out. Releasing the arms down beside you. Take the arms a little wider this time, palms pushing down. Bend into the knees, feet to the floor. Let the knees drop to the left, gaze goes over the right shoulder. And as you inhale, bring everything back up. Exhale, knees right, gaze goes left. Inhale to come back up. So just moving with the breath, working into the waist here a little bit. One more to each side. And then next time your knees come to the left, we're just going to hold here. So we're stretching into the side of the torso, maybe even bringing the bottom foot up to rest on top of the right thigh. Gaze over that right shoulder. Just take a couple of breaths here. Nice. Unhook the foot from the thigh. Bring the knees up. Take the knees to the right. Gaze goes left. Let those knees sink down towards the floor. And when you're ready, option to bring the right foot up to rest on top of the left thigh. Excellent. Slide the foot off the thigh. Bring the knees up to center. Give yourselves a nice big hug again. This time the head can stay on the floor. Maybe just gently rock from left to right. Now you can stay here holding onto the shins, or take the arms wide and just start to rock a little bit further. So the knees are almost coming all the way down towards the mat. So we're working into our core muscles again here. This time, see if you can let the knees go all the way down to the floor and then inhale them back up. Same to the other side. Keep moving here. Use that core. And we've got an add-on option. So if you want to make it a little bit harder, try and extend the legs. Take the feet down to the side. Inhale back up. We're going to do 3 more. Try and keep the shoulders down. Try and keep the arms down. Work with the version that feels right for you. Last one. Excellent. Coming all the way back up. Hug those knees in towards the body. Maybe just go back to that first rock that we did. Left to right. Excellent. Now, more abs. Knees stay in line with the hips, feet are lifted, or you can straighten up the legs this time. Fingertips to the sides of the head, and as you inhale, we're going to roll up. As you exhale, roll down. Inhale to come up, exhale to lower down. We don't have to go fast. We're really working those muscles mindfully. You can have a bend in the knees. Taking 4 more. Try and keep the elbows wide for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lovely. Roll back up so the head is lifted. You can bend into the knees, release the arms down beside you, but they're hovering off the floor. We're just going to pulse here. Pulsing the arms down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Flip the palms up, pulse the arms up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling a burn in that core. One more set of each type. Hands go down, pulsing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the hands up, pulsing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Release the feet, release the head, stretch it out. Lovely. We're going to take a nice deep twist here. So hug the right knee in towards the body, give it a nice big squeeze, and take that right knee up and over towards your left hand side. Right hip stacked on top of the left hip, and then reach the right fingertips away from the body. Gaze follows the fingertips. Breathe. 2 more breaths. On your inhale, bring the right knee all the way up to center. Give it a little squeeze and hug in towards the body, and then extend it out to meet the left. Same thing on the other side. Hug the left knee in towards you. Squeeze that left knee down, and then guide the left knee across the body, up and over to the right hand side. Releasing the left fingertips. Gaze follows the fingertips. Breathe here. So we should be feeling some warmth through the core. On your next inhale, bring the left arm all the way back over to meet the right arm and slide the right leg under the left. So you find yourself in a recovery position on your right hand side. From here, we're slowly going to push ourselves all the way up. Have a bend in the knees, hands are back behind you. If you want to here, you could just windscreen wiper the knees from left to right, just releasing into the lower back. Taking the gaze to the opposite side. So same as we did when we were lying down. Nice. So from here, feet to the floor, bend in the knees. Now, hands back behind you. Rotate the fingers around so they're pointing in the same direction as your toes. From here, push down through the hands, push down through the feet. Squeeze the butt as you lift it all the way up. And then lower back down. Try not to let the sit bones touch the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower for 6. Nice. Really squeeze that butt for 5. You've got this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you lift those hips up high, and then release the hips all the way down to the mat. You can release those hands, just peel them away from the mat and circle into your wrists. Cross your right ankle on top of the left thigh. Bring the hands back behind you. Feel out a stretch into that right hip. We've started to work into the glutes, so we just want to stretch out here. The stretch is more intense the closer your hands are towards the body, the closer your foot is towards your sit bone. So you can have a little play around, but just try and keep the chest open, the shoulders soft. Excellent. Release the ankle off the thigh. Nice. Same thing on the other side. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Let's just warm up here. We've got some more variations of those reverse tables to go. Breathe. Excellent. Unhook the ankle. Left foot back to the floor. Turn your hands around, fingers pointing in the same direction as your toes. Take a nice deep inhale, push down through the hands and the feet. As you squeeze, lift the glutes up. Now, finding your reverse table shape. You can stay here. Gaze could be forward. You could take the gaze up or drop the gaze back behind you. We're going to hold here for 8 breaths. Really squeeze the glutes to lift the hips. If you want to go back into those little dips we were doing earlier, please feel free. 5 more breaths. Stay strong through the arms, open through the chest, squeeze that butt, lift it higher for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lovely. Release the hips all the way down. Release those hands, circle out into the wrists. And we're going to just come forwards onto our knees. So there's a bend in the knees, hips are resting on your heels. Reach the hands out in front of you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Shake it out. Take one hand, bring the fingertips down towards the floor and push the heel of the hand away from you. Showing you there from the side. Same thing on the other side. Lovely. Now, hands again, pulsing. Reach the hands out. Spread the fingers wide. Pulse as fast as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Shake it out. This time, bend the fingertips down. Push the front of your wrist, the top part of your wrist, forwards. So be nice and gentle here, but we're now stretching into the top of the wrist. Lovely. Same thing on the other side. One more set of hand pulses. Reach those hands out in front of you. Spread the fingers. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Shake it out. Interlace the fingers and just make a nice little wave through the hands. And then anything else you want to do here with those hands. Just making them feel really engaged, really alive. Lovely. Let's come back onto our sit bones, feet out in front of us, fingertips point in the same direction as the toes. So I promise that we come back into some more reverse table variations. So you know your options. You can do the dips like we started with. You could do a hold, or this time lift the hips. We're going to push down through one hand, reach the opposite hand and lift the toes. So we're alternating here, reaching for the foot, keeping the hips lifted, keeping the feet flat to the floor. You've got this. Lovely. Let's do it for 8, 7. Get a rhythm going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Release all the way down. Cross the legs, topple forwards. Spread the knees wide, big toes touch, hips to heels. Just take a child's pose for a moment. Breathing here. Lovely. Reach the hands out in front of you, tuck the toes under. And as you exhale, push up into a downward facing dog, walk out the legs. So we're just stretching calves, hamstrings. And then drop the knees all the way down to the mat. Excellent. From here, reach the right arm out in front of you. You can hold here, engaging the core. Option, extend the left leg back behind you. Maybe lift the left leg up. We're going to hold here. Just holding, sucking the belly button in. Try not to dip into the lower back. Keep that core strong. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Excellent. Hand, knee, foot, come back down. We do the same on the other side. Reach the left fingertips forwards. Extend the back leg. Maybe toes are touching. Maybe they're lifted. Holding here. Stay strong in your core by sucking the belly button towards the lower back. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lovely. Replace the hand, the knee, the foot. Excellent. From here, we're just going to circle round into the hips. And then circle back the other way. Same with the shoulders. Circle round. Feel that into your hands and your wrists. And then circle back the other way. Lovely. Now, as we've been doing today, we're just building each posture, adding some different options. So you can extend and hold. Find the option that's right for you, and you can stay here. Option, we squeeze, elbow to knee. Exhale to extend. Lovely. We're going to do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Extend to finish. Replace the hand, knee, foot. Moving on to the other side. Extend. Take your option. Maybe you're holding here. Maybe we do that squeeze and release for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Release the hands, release the knees. If you want to circle into your wrists here again, please feel free. And then we'll take cat and cow pose. So as you inhale, belly drop, sit bones reach up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, arch the spine, tuck the chin, suck the belly button in. Move with your breath. Taking 3 more rounds. Finding your way to stillness. Now, you may or may not be pleased to know that the next variation, we're not going to move our hands. We're just going to work into the legs. So extend the right leg back behind you. If it feels too much at any point, you can always come down onto your forearms. Just see how it feels. We're going to lift the right leg up and we're just going to pulse. Try and keep those hips flat to the mat. Pulsing here with the leg extended. Just a little pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, squeeze the knee in towards the elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. Keeping that leg engaged, the glute engaged. Lovely. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't drop this back leg, keep it lifted. Now bend the knee, flex the toes, and just push that foot up. Again, it's just a little movement. Squeezing into that right butt cheek for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg again, don't drop it. Lower the leg, touch and lift. Toe tap and lift. Toe tap and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, bend into the knee, open the knee out towards the side. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Fire hydrant. Excellent. For 5, 4, keep that core stable. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Release the knees down to the mat. Take the knees wide. Big toes touch, hips to heels. Breathe here. You've already made it halfway through your practice today. Awesome work, guys. So let's do that little leg sequence on the other side. Coming up into your tabletop position. I'm going to rotate around just so you can see that left leg a little bit more clearly. So we start by extending the leg. And remember, work with however feels best for you. And if you want to do this on your forearms, feel free. So we're just going to do little pulses to start off with. Sometimes just coming onto the forearms takes any pressure out of the wrists. As we squeeze into that butt cheek and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Bend the knee in towards that left tricep and extend. Inhale and extend. Lovely. Just showing you all these from the forearms too. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Extend that leg back out. Bend the knee, flex the toes, push the foot up. Really nice. Keep the hips parallel to the floor, the chest parallel. Stay strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg, point the toes, toe tap. All the way down. Squeeze the leg back up. Keep breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bend into that knee. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Out to the side. We've got this. Finish these ones strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Release that leg down. Find your child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes touch. Just release it. Breathe. Shoulders soft, head soft, neck soft, arms are soft. You're just breathing here. Releasing into those glutes and those hips. Nice. As you inhale, let's come up onto our hands and knees. So we're doing some plank variations here. So coming down onto the forearms, interlace the fingers and then extend the legs back out behind you, trying to make one long straight line with your body. If this feels too much, you can always drop the knees down. Suck the belly button in towards the lower back and breathe here. Pushing down through the forearms, the elbows. We're going to take 4 more breaths here. So I'm going to lift my knees for the final 4 breaths. You can do it for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Excellent. Just release the knees down. You can release the belly down and just lift the chest up. So we're just stretching here into the front of the core. And preparing to come into a second set. Now again, you can do exactly the same thing as we just did, or we got different options. This time, tuck the toes under, lift up into your straight line. Step the feet together. We're going to rainbow plank, bringing the right hip down, coming onto the side of the right foot. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, rainbow plank the other way. Moving with your breath, going from side to side. Keep the core engaged. Try not to let the hips go too high. Excellent. You have got this. Really nice way to work into your obliques. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Lower those hips down. Release your whole head and chest down to the mat. Maybe make a little pillow with your hands for your forehead. I'm going to flip around the other way, just so I've got a little bit more space for the next posture. But you don't need to worry about that just yet. Just breathe here. We're going to reach the arms straight out along the mat. Forehead comes down to the floor. Plenty of options here. We're going to start by lifting the right arm up. If this feels enough, stay here. Option, lift the left leg up. And then maybe lift the head and the chest. We're just going to hold here, squeezing into the lower back to help keep the right arm and the left leg lifted, reaching the fingertips away, pointing the toes away for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release all the way down. Just let it go. Breathe. Same thing on the other side. Bring the forehead to the mat to start off with, lifting the left arm up, the right leg up, maybe the head. Try not to have any wrinkles in the back of the neck. You're kind of looking forward and down. Squeeze. See if you can lift higher. Fingertips reaching one way, toes the opposite way for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Excellent. Just breathe. Now we're going to do 2 more variations. So if you like that one where we do alternate arm and leg, then you can do that again, starting with the right arm and the left leg. If you want to, option, lift both arms and both legs and then the head. And we're just going to hold here. Remember what you already know. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze into the lower back. Squeeze the glutes to help lift the legs. Try and keep them straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Release down. Let it go. So we're strengthening into our core here, but really focused on the back rather than the front of the body. So our final set, if you did right arm, left leg, now you're doing left arm, right leg, bringing the forehead to the mat. If you did both arms and both legs, we're going to start again the same way. Lift both arms, lift both legs, then the head and the chest. Lovely. Now you can hold here like we did, or you can start to swim. Fluttering those arms, fluttering those legs. Just a little bit is fine. Stay strong in that lower back. Keep everything lifted for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Awesome work. Release down. Breathe all the way into your lower back. Turn your gaze towards the right-hand side. And just slide your right knee out in line with the right hip. Let those hips settle down towards the floor. Releasing any tension in the lower back here. Just breathe. Releasing the right leg all the way out to meet the left. Take the gaze to the left-hand side. Slide the left knee out in line with that left hip. Giving yourself the opportunity to recover here. Nice. Release the left leg out. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's push the hips back towards the heels. Just take a mini Shavasana here. Keep the toes tucked under, but just really stretch out through the arms and the back. And then push back into your downward facing dog. Keep the hands where they are. Look to your hands though, and just start to walk the feet up as close to your hands as you can get them. And then we walk the feet back out. If you can get all the way back out into a plank position, fantastic. Gonna do that 4 more times. Walk the feet towards the hands, and then walk the feet back out, finding that high plank position if you can. Lovely. Walking the feet in. This is our third set. And then walking the feet back out. The more you push down through the hands, the more that it will help as the feet get closer to the hands. What did I say? Was that the third one? Have we got two more? An extra one won't hurt. This is 4. For 5. Walk those feet all the way up. And then walk them back. Lovely. Walking the feet all the way up to the hands. This time, finding a forward fold. Feet are hip distance. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Let the head hang. Sway, maybe left to right. Release the hands. Push down through the feet. Start to roll up the spine. Coming all the way up to standing. Now, it's the final 10 minutes of the practice. So we know we can push it for the final 10 minutes. We're going to really work into our quads. So our quads and our glutes, our biggest muscle groups in the body. So start by stepping the feet together. Take a nice deep inhale, bend the knees, dip the hips, sweep the arms forwards and up. We take a chair pose. You can keep your hands on your hips if you'd prefer. Sinking the hips down nice and low. Try and avoid sticking the bum out. Try and tuck the tailbone under. So your back is nice and flat. Lovely. From here, we're just going to pulse. Tiny little movement. Those feet are together. The knees are squeezing together. Shoulders relaxed. Arms lifted or hands to the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Come all the way up to standing. Just breathe. Second variation. Bend the knees, dip the hips. Maybe hands are to the hips. Maybe reach those fingertips up. Now, this time, you can stay with the feet flat to the floor, or you can lift the heels up. Keeping that bend in the knees. Maybe hands are on the hips. Lovely. You can stay here still, or you can pulse. Gets a little bit harder. Try and focus on one thing to help keep your balance, unlike me. Keep pulsing. You can always grab a chair or the wall. We've just got 5 more pulses. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Coming all the way up. Release out through the legs. Release the arms. Step towards the top of your mat. Feet hip distance. Lovely. Bend the knees, dip the hips. Come into a chair pose. Feet are apart this time. You can have those arms lifted or have the hands on the hips. Tucking the tailbone under. Take the weight into the right leg as you step the left foot back into your lunge. Lovely. So, some lunge variations coming up. If you feel too much, hold it here or drop the back knee down. First up, knee lowers and straightens. Try and keep your hips still. You're lowering the back knee and lifting. For 6, 5, 4, 3, you can make it harder with the arms lifted, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, keep the back leg straight. Just straighten the front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. Excellent. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Bring the left hand down to the floor. Reach the right fingertips up. Stay in your lunge. Gaze up towards the lifted fingertips. You can stay here, or as you inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hand to the floor. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hand to the floor. We're doing this 6 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Excellent. Hands back to the hips. Face the top of your mat. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Shake it out. So we're going to work into these muscle groups. I said it. Let's do the other side. You're on the home straight. Feet hip distance. Bend into the knees. Dip the hips nice and low. Hands to the hips. Tuck the tailbone or reach the arms up. This time, weight into the left leg as you step the right foot all the way back into your lunge. The further apart your feet are towards the long edges of your mat, the easier you will find it to balance here. Take your lunge. Lovely. From here, lower the back knee and straighten the leg. Keep the hips where they are, just lower the knee and lift. Lovely. Let's take 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the back leg straight as we lift up by straightening the left leg and then bend. Keep your focus for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left fingertips reach up. As you inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, right fingertips down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 6, 5, 4, strong core. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Hand to the floor. Left hand to come down to the mat outside the left foot. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Walk out those legs. And then walk the feet forwards. Bring the sit bones down to the mat. Make sure you've got enough space behind you to roll all the way down. Have a nice bend in the knees. Check you can touch the heels with your fingertips. If you look left to right, you can see the outside edge of the foot or the ankle. Keep the head and the shoulders on the mat. Lower back pushes into the floor. As you inhale, we're going to start to roll all the way up. Chest comes up towards the chin. And then roll all the way down. 2 more like this. Keep the glutes engaged. Lovely. Now, for the final 5, you can do exactly the same, or you can reach the arms up and over and release them back down. Just makes it a little bit more unstable. 3 more. For 2. For 1. Lovely. Hug your knees all the way in towards the body. Give yourselves a nice big squeeze, just like we did at the beginning. Drop the feet to the floor. Windscreen wiper those knees from left to right. Maybe the gaze goes the opposite way. Excellent. Find stillness with the knees. Extend the legs out. Reach the arms up above the head. Come into your full body stretch. Reaching the fingertips away, pushing the toes away. And pushing the heels away. And as you exhale, release the arms all the way down. You have made it to the end of your Pilates practice. Just take a minute of stillness here. You have earned it. Everything else can wait for a minute. When you're ready, we're slowly going to push ourselves up to find a seated position and take this opportunity just to congratulate yourself. Round of applause. You found this time in your day to dedicate to your body, to your well-being through exercising, through connecting the mind and the body. Awesome work. Thank you so much for joining me. And you've got Jamie next week, a little bit more cardio, and then we'll be back onto yoga. So take care, everybody. Bye.